Have you ever felt physically unwell while grieving? Like feel tired, achy, or even sick? You're not imagining it. Grief doesn't just affect your heart, it impacts your entire body. Today, we'll explore 7 surprising ways that grief manifests in your body and what you can do about it. When we think of grief, we often focus on just the emotional pain, like the heartbreak, the sadness, that longing feeling we have. But grief is a full body experience. It sends your system into a state of stress, flooding the bloodstream with stress hormones. This affects everything from your heart and lungs to your immune system and your digestion. So let's break down 7 common physical symptoms of grief. And be sure to stay to the end of the video because I want to answer some common questions that I get around this topic. So, symptom number 1. Fatigue and exhaustion. Grief is exhausting, literally. The stress response your body triggers can leave you feeling depleted. You might find it hard to get out of bed. You might often feel sluggish throughout the day or even experience sleep disturbances. This is common. This fatigue isn't just emotional, it's physical burnout. Even after a full night's sleep, you might still feel drained. This isn't laziness. It's your nervous system being in overdrive for too long. So be sure to give yourself enough grace and space and rest during this period. It's important that you do take care of yourself when you are feeling so run down. Don't overextend yourself. Make sure that you are leaving time for you to just rest. Symptom number 2, chest pain and heartache. Have you ever heard of the term broken heart syndrome? It's real. The physical pain that you feel in your chest during grief is caused by a surge of stress hormones, which can temporarily weaken your heart muscle. Some people even describe it as a crushing or aching sensation. This pain can mimic a heart attack. And if you're unsure whether it's grief or it's a medical emergency, always get it checked out. I have definitely felt that crushing sensation in my chest when I lost through both my brother's losses and my dad. But I can remember with my dad, probably because that's closer, it literally felt like an elephant was sitting on my chest and I could not breathe. And one of the things that I remember to do that I would tell clients to do is 1, try to do deep breaths, but to move. I would walk and I would do deep breaths and I would walk through my house and I would be shaking my arms out, moving my arms. And believe it or not, 5-10 minutes, I dialed that intensity down where I could breathe again. One thing I learned with the somatic feelings that people have when we're going through things like grief, anxiety, depression, is that when we feel it in certain places, there are ways to move it out. And it's your body's way of saying, hey, something's going on and it just wants to move out. So if you're feeling it in your chest, think of the arms as tubes to release it. Shake your arms out. Like I said, doing some deep breathing, doing some maybe seat push-ups where you're at, regular push-ups. Just get them arms moving to get that out. And you will find that the sensation will go down. If it's in your belly down, your legs are the tubes to release it. So shake them out, run in place, get up, pace. That's why people pace. They just might not know why they're doing it. Go take a brisk walk. If it's both throughout your body, then move your arms and legs, doing some gentle stretching or yoga or just movement in general. Symptom 3, shortness of breath or tightness in your throat, or we just said like tightness in the chest. Grief can literally take your breath away. During times of intense sorrow, you may experience that shallow breathing or tightness in your chest. This is the body's fight or flight response kicking in, making it harder to breathe. This can also trigger anxiety. So try breathing exercises or grounding techniques to help slow your breath and calm your body. Something that I picked up in a training a long time ago around trauma and grief was this little saying, calm body equals calm mind. You must first calm your body down so that you can then begin to calm your mind. So when you're doing these breathing exercises or grounding techniques, it's helping calm your body and move from the sympathetic nervous system into the parasympathetic nervous system. So you want to learn how to dial that down. If you're not sure of breathing exercises, you can always go onto YouTube. I have some meditations that you could listen to, but you could just do a 4-count breath. Breathe in your nose for a count of 4 slowly. Hold for a count of 4. Breathe out your mouth for a count of 4. If you can't hold for 4, just hold for a few seconds and then breathe out slowly for a count of 4. Do that 5 to 10 times. Grounding techniques, that is where you can just start to look around the room and describe 5 things you see, really describe them in detail. 4 things that you can touch and feel and describe that. 3 things that you hear, 2 things that you smell, 1 thing to taste. It will start to dial things down. It's getting you back in your body and getting you present in the moment. Symptom number 4, digestive issues. Grief affects your gut too. You might experience that nauseous sensation in your stomach, or stomach aches, or cramps, or changes in your appetite. Stress hormones disrupt your digestive system, which can lead to bloating, cramping, or even IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Symptom number 5, a weakened immune system. This is one that I go over with people all the time. Grief makes you more vulnerable to illness. Your immune system has been weakened. The stress hormone cortisol suppresses immune functioning, and it makes it easier for you to catch colds, flus, or other infections that are going around. This is why many grieving individuals find themselves frequently under the weather. Grief-related illnesses might linger a little bit longer or hit you harder. So what can you do? Prioritize rest and nutrition. That is so important for you during this time. Make sure that you are eating balanced meals, you are staying hydrated, and maybe even taking some extra electrolytes, maybe loading up on some vitamins like vitamin C and some zinc, because your immune system has taken a hit. I can speak for myself. Whenever I'm wore down, it doesn't have to be grief. It can be like I am doing way too much and I'm feeling overwhelmed or stressed out. I'm more susceptible to getting sick. Just a reminder for you to pay attention and to take better care of yourself during this time. Symptom number 6, brain fog and memory loss. People might say, oh, I feel like I'm forgetting everything. I can't remember. I'm losing things. That's common after grief. People might also say, I feel like I'm like in soup and my brain is just like mush and I can't really think clearly. Grief impacts the cognitive function and making it harder to remember things, harder to focus on things. You might feel disoriented, forgetful, like I said, foggy, like moving through soup. This is your brain coping with emotional overload, and we call it grief fog. Forgetfulness can be scary. You might forget appointments, names, things that you know, people that you know and see all the time. You might forget their names, and that can be really scary, or feel like you're losing track of time. It's a normal cognitive response to trauma. I have found myself at times driving and completely feeling like, where am I going? Like lost. And it'll take a couple seconds to a couple minutes to kind of get my grounding again. And then, okay, I know where I'm at. I knew where I was going. But when I was first going through this, I had no idea it was normal, but it's normal. Symptom number 7, muscle tension and aches. Grief can create physical tension. You might experience tightness in the chest. You might experience it in your neck and shoulder area or your back. If you tend to carry stress and anxiety in your upper shoulder area and back, you're probably going to feel it when you're grieving there as well. This is also due to the body's natural stress response, which causes the muscles to contract and hold tension. So gentle movement like stretching, yoga, even just gentle stretches like this throughout the day, just moving your body, walking, that all can help release this stored up tension and reconnect you to your body. If you're experiencing any of these physical symptoms, remember that they are a natural part of grief. Be gentle with yourself, prioritize rest, hydration, and small acts of self-care. I have another video on how to take care of yourself while you're grieving, so you can check that out. And if the physical symptoms persist or interfere with your daily life, do not hesitate to seek support from a healthcare professional. Get checked out. Grief throws your whole system off. So if you are feeling like it could be a lot more than just normal grief symptoms, go get it checked out. If you're still wondering how long this will last, how to cope, or how to tell grief from something more serious, stick around. I'm going to answer a few of the most common questions people ask after a loss. I do have other videos on how long will grief last. So make sure you just check out the other videos I have. If you like this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe for more, and share with somebody else who might be going through it. So first question, how long do these physical symptoms last? Everyone is different. Some symptoms seem to fade within weeks. Others might linger longer for months or even much, much longer. It may linger longer if it's complicated grief or it's impacted by trauma or depression. How do I know if what I'm feeling is grief or a medical problem? When in doubt, always go to the doctor. Grief can mimic serious conditions, but you should never ignore chest pain, severe chest pain. Now, I know I said I felt that tightness and all. If it's not moving in like 10, 15, 20 minutes and it's a persistent pain that you're having and you can't breathe, go right away to the ER. Call your doctor if you're having that trouble breathing, severe chest pain, or prolonged fatigue. Don't wait it out. It's better to be safe than sorry and just rule all things out medical. Another question. Can grief cause chronic illness or long-term health issues? In some cases, yes. Unresolved grief and chronic stress can lead to long-term inflammation, high blood pressure, or even heart issues. So that's why support is so vital, and taking care of your needs is so important. We can't push these feelings away. It's important to be able to allow yourself to feel and to move through this with grace. Another question. What should I do if others don't understand what I'm going through physically? It's a great question, and it's a common question that many people experience and ask. One of the things I really encourage people to do is provide them information, share resources like this video, or you can find things online and print it out and have them read it that will explain how grief and physical symptoms go together and what grief does to the body. Express your needs. So verbally try to tell them what's going on with you and what you need. And also find some other support communities where your experience is validated and understood. Find people who understand what you're going through, and that will help a lot. You won't feel alone and isolated. Grief affects the body as much as the heart. If you noticed any of these symptoms in yourself or a loved one, know that it's okay. Your body is processing loss in its own way. Be patient with yourself and give your body the care and compassion it needs. Until next time, continue mending piece by piece, one step at a time.